I know YouTube takes a second for this to kind of get up and going, so I'm going to give this a second. How's everybody doing today? Is everybody good? I hope everybody's good. You're going to have to bear with me. This is a Q&A. I don't know if anybody's even on right now, but I have been up since 3:30. That is normal. I just got off work and I'm driving home. So I figured I was going to start doing these little lives to see, sorry, and there's police coming up behind me, not for me, to see who was on, if anybody wanted to chat about anything, for people to get to know me, since some of you might not know who I am or what I'm about or ask questions. So I just kind of put a header up there for Universal and Disney to compare them or talk about them or whatever people want to talk about. But you do have to bear with me. I am driving, so if you make comments, I will do my best to try and read them, but I am driving as well. So I started off with just trying to find something in general that people might want to talk about. So I just put up a general comparison to see, which one everyone thinks is better, Universal or Disney. They are quite different if you haven't been to either one. And I guess it depends on what you like. If you're there for the rides, if you're there for the food, if you're there for the characters, all of it, none of it. Some people are there for the hotels and the spa experience. That's going to be a whole different thing. Depends on what level of hotel you stay at. Each one of those places have different levels of hotels. So there's all kinds of different things going on there. Of course, there's all kinds of things involved with that too. So, and of course, as always, if you have not subscribed to me yet, please feel free to do that. It is free to do. And it helps me out quite a bit. And then you can turn on the notifications if you'd like to know when I'm on and talking to people or see content that I'm putting up. Or you can turn the notifications off and still stay subscribed and you'll still get my things. I should actually be having a content video coming out either as soon as I get home tonight. Ooh, I got a little bumpy there. Or by the latest tomorrow. I was recently at Disney Springs and I actually had some people with me this time to help me try out some of the food because I'm just not a big eater and I try to. But mine is just, maybe taking one bite and throwing everything away. I can't ever seem to try everything. So I did have some people with me this last time when I went and we tried a bunch of things. We still didn't get everything. All right, we have a comment from Spooky Bug. Hi, Spooky Bug. Oh, and it disappeared. The first part I said was Disney is superior, and then it popped off before I could say anything else. I get it to come back up. Sorry, it went away. I agree. Disney probably is superior in some ways. I did see the rest of that comment. It is a lot bigger, and I think Universal has some catching up to do. I think Universal definitely needs some more. I mean, they are catching up with Epic Universe coming, or with Open, and I mean, I know they're expanding. I think they're expanding like into the Wizarding World, or maybe another indoor ride, because there's been talks about how when it rains and stuff, there's too much outdoor stuff that goes down and makes it miserable for all the guests. So they are starting probably another indoor ride expansion. And they are catching up, and their theming is amazing. Everybody gives it to Universal. Their theming is amazing, but they just maybe need some more things to do. And it's definitely, I find it more adult oriented, which is fine for me. But for people with little ones, it's not as interactive. So Disney is definitely superior when it comes to that, along with characters and things. Epic Universe does have, a lot more of the characters wandering around and things. That's a new thing for them, and they did a really good job with that. But Disney is just so much bigger and has so much more going on. It has all of the characters and the parades and the Dapper Dans and the fireworks. I mean, they just have everything. They just have everything. Which is why I love going there. And there's so much to do and so much to see. Universal definitely has some catching up to do that way, but then Universal has things that Disney doesn't. So they have big adult, roller coasters. I love those. Not everybody is a roller coaster fan. I love them. It's not for everybody. They have the Wizarding World, which I also love, which also is not for everybody, but it's very immersive. The rides are, mostly 3D screens and things, which sometimes can be good and sometimes not. Some of them are, nausea-inducing for some people. I don't have that same problem, but for some people that doesn't work out well for them. So yeah, it's, there's give or take on both. I think Disney has a lot more food, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's better. All of the festivals in Epcot, everybody knows Epcot has all the food. Disney Springs has all the food. Magic Kingdom's food is pretty basic, not that great, overpriced. I think everybody can probably agree on a lot of that. There are some, little shining stars here and there in every park, but it's maybe not the greatest park for that sort of thing. Epcot is good for food, but then it's not so great for rides. I mean, it has Guardians of the Galaxy. Test Track is reopening. I mean, it does have Frozen if you have little ones. I'm just going to say it. Everybody get mad at me. I'm not a big Frozen fan, so Frozen is a big deal for me. They do have Remy, and I'm excited to go back and do the 2D experience of Remy, which has just opened up. So hopefully I should be back in the next few weeks, and I'll be able to try that out for the first time. So that's exciting. That is new. And I can let everybody know how that is. I usually have to wear my contacts on those kinds of rides because when you put the 3D glasses or anything on, it's really disorienting. So that part's kind of neat that they went to 2D. So we'll have to see how that works. But I think the food in general in Universal is a lot better. They don't have as much of it, but from what I've had, the food is usually pretty good. Not everything, of course. Not everything everywhere is always going to be good. But the food at Universal generally is pretty good. We did get a good sampling of a lot of the food. We went to and not everything was open, but a lot of things. Of course, the Three Broomsticks has amazing food. We've been there before, of course. And the fish and chips is always a good, solid dinner. If you like fish and chips, it's really good. We've had all of the butter beers. We could go on and on about all of the butter beers. I think our top pick now is the hot butter beer, but of course you don't want to drink hot butter beer when it's hot out, which it usually is in Orlando. When we happened to be there, it was a little bit cooler. Last time we were there was just middle of November. And so we drank a lot because during the Orlando Informer Night, of course, everything is free. So we drank a lot of hot butter beer. I think the next favorite would be the Frozen, then probably the ice cream, and then the cold. The cold is carbonated, which is kind of weird, and it also has like a weird aftertaste to it. So I'm not a big, huge fan of the cold butter brew. It doesn't taste the same as everything else. But the ice cream is good. But the ice cream at the Fortune, I can't remember the name of that place, but in Diagon Alley, their ice cream is amazing. It's probably the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. And I've had it several times there now, and every time it's so good. I think the combination I've had that is the best is the apple crumble with shortbread bits on it. with or without added caramel. It's to die for. It's so good. But we tried a whole bunch of different kinds, again, because it was free for the Informer night. I think we grabbed like 6 different kinds. I do have pictures of it that I need to get up. The salted caramel was also super, super, super good. We all raved about the salted caramel. The butterbeer was okay, but the butterbeer is it is a soft serve, so it's not a hard packed ice cream like the others. We also tried the peanut butter, the strawberry and peanut butter. It was okay. I mean, it's Harry Potter's favorite, so you feel like you should like it more, but it's okay. I do actually like strawberry, but I'm not the hugest peanut butter fan. I can like it, but yeah, it was kind of different, the two mixed together. And we also tried, there was another one that we tried. There was an Earl Grey one there. We were going to grab it, but we didn't. I think it was the clotted cream or something, and it was good too. But it wasn't nearly as good as the other two. The apple crumble, of course, and the salted caramel were super, super good. Then we wrapped it. But yes, Disney, I think, is definitely superior in a lot of ways. I know personally for me, for having those magical moments that people are looking for, that's where it's at. They just have those little special experiences, and even though I know it's changed a lot over the years, they've taken away a lot of things, and we can all get into all of those things that has happened or not happened since, you know, COVID and all of the stuff that's gone on. But they still manage to be able to do that. Whether it's, you know, little's first time going and you still look at her favorite princess, or a little boy seeing his, you know, favorite pirate for the first time, or